Good morning and welcome to the Amputee Angler, back out on the boat. It's cold, just going 20 knots on the way out here, and this morning I got up and I went to the garage to get the gear out, and I was like, oh, I'm cracking my army bag open, got my big Burkhouse goose down jacket on, I've got a shemag in there, I've got an army thermal top on underneath. Yeah, it's definitely colder today. So today we are just drifting a length of sandbanks. They're not far out, it's just a length of a big long drift of sand basically, and it holds multiple species: plaice, rays, gurnards. It does throw up the odd turbot, and there is tope about. I know that because some guys are a bit further out from me yesterday and they had a lot of tope. So after a big blow like we've had, I like to get out and just see what's on the ground. So we're going to fish multiple rods today. We've got a couple of little flatty rigs out, and on there is going to be some ragworm, some lugworm, but also I'm going to bunch together some little bits of squid and make like a nice flappy bait, get a bit of scent in the water, and try and attract something along. This does hold big plaice, this bit of ground, and the plaice have started moving in here on the south coast now, so that's good. And then we're also going to have, for a bit of fun, we're going to stick on one of my conger rigs. It's not for conger though, it's for the tope. And we're going to see if we can get one of these big tope out that's kicking about, because I don't know, after a big bit of blow you just don't know what's on the ground sometimes. There was a band of fresh water that stretched for miles yesterday. Got that cold I can't even get the rig bag open. But essentially, yeah, we're going to fish one of my conger rigs. I'll put a link in the description for this. I made these up the other day for those that have seen it already. But 200-pound mono, muppet, a big 10-0 meat hook, nothing's getting through that. I've got to the ground and there is actually nets all over it, so I'm going to try and fish between them, but it may cause a bit of havoc for the day because there's a bit of a northerly wind pushing us off here as well. But we'll see how we get on anyway, and we'll go from there. And as always, I will record anything I do or don't do. Let's go fishing. We've got a double hook up here on the smaller baits. The right one is going, you can probably see it. Pick something up on this. It gets a little bit hectic here with these smaller rods. I'll have to, you see it going off there in the background. If it gets a little bit hectic, I'll have to bring one of them in. Obviously a bit of fish on the ground. Let's see what this is. This is a nice place. That's what we were after. That's what we were after. Right, that one's in. This hook's come out of the net there, so we'll leave that there for a second. Let's try and get that out. I'll leave that there. Let's get this other one in. Hopefully it's still on there. There it is. See what this is. I was hoping to get a few autumn plaice today. They started coming in and I got a bit of meat on them, so I was hoping to get a few of them. This is. No, this is. Oh, this is a little grey gurnard. Nice. Okay. So, this is the first one. Excuse me, the sun in my eyes. This here is a little tiny, if we stay still, these ones are probably the most spiny out of all of them. There you go. That is a little tiny grey gurnard. Three types of gurnard. You've got red, tub, and then these little babies that are greys. Lovely. Let's get him back and let's have a look at this place. There we go. Hooked lovely through the jaw there. That's a lovely little place. Target achieved. Oh, there we go. That feels better. It's about slack water now, so we know what that brings. But who knows? It's good fun. I said in my review of these Helios rods, it's such good fun. I mean, look at the action on them. You know, this ain't going to be a monster fish, but they're such good fun. Combined with a nice thick spool reel, just makes fishing that bit more enjoyable. Alright, what are we going to have then? Let's have a look. There's my leader, there. And that is a little baby thornback. I said it was a bit heavier. Oh, it's in the net now, don't want any of it. There it comes. Oh, his tail wrapped himself now. There we go. Well, I said earlier this ground holds a bit of mixed fish, and we've got a little baby thornback now. Looks beautifully in the mouth. Just in there. A little baby thornback. This one's a female. There we go. Beautiful little fawny. And that come on just a bunch of little squid strips. So tiny little party squid, which is a small squid, stripped lengthways into thin strips, and I bunched up 3 of them on a tiny little size 2 hook. And yeah, picked up a nice little ray. This one is a thornback. You can tell that by the pattern, and it's got thorns. Now the thorns on its tail and its back, they run down its body, a bit like rose thorns, you know, the rosebush thorns. So you can actually stroke them that way, and you won't get caught by them. If you go the other way though, it is a painful experience. But yeah, that's the 3rd species today. We've had a red gurnard, a grey gurnard, and now a little baby thornback. Nice. Oh, away she goes. Well, we're straight back in here on the worms, on the small baits. Straight back in. Obviously a bit of fish here today, so I might go down to 1 small rod and put another bigger bait out if this carries on. Not that I don't mind, but we've got a tote bait out to the left, and then these here, this is another little tiny grey gurnard. It is, no, this might be a different one. That's a grey. Yeah, have a little grey. There we go. It's a bunch of old frozen lugworm and a 2 hook paternoster. Just flicking it out behind the boat, just behind the tote bait, so the tote bait creates a bit of scent. Yeah, so there you go, straight away. There you go. What's that left rod? There it is, see it? Hopefully you can make it out on the camera. That left rod there, you watch. What you're looking for is something out of the ordinary. You can see where it's going down with the tide, up and down, and it'll be a nice short sharp. Fish on. Just sat here, thought I'd better bait my rigs up, and the rod that wasn't in got something on it. It's coming up dead weight, so I want to say it's a little ray, but it could also be another place. Well, it's not nodding like one. We'll find out in a second. No, so another foul hook gurnard. There we go. There we go. Well, it's been dead quiet here for the last probably nearly hour now, to be fair. Slack water's approached, everything just dropped off, but we just had a rattly bite on this one. I don't think it's there now, but I'll have a look anyway. But yeah, it's that. Been really, really quiet. It's been bobbing about with the tide, and that commercial's on the outside of us, and he's all in his gear. We're not really moving anywhere, but yeah, a little rattle on this, and let's see what's happening. He's gone. Yeah, very quiet. Started off, it was non-stop bites, and you know, had a few fish in succession, and then it suddenly just stopped like someone's turned off the switch. Hopefully when the tide turns and it starts ebbing, we'll pick up now. Just starting to get a bit of pace in here now, not much, but it's a big tide today, 6.7, so when it does get going, it will really get going. So well, we carry on. More tea. Another little tub gurnard. Bright coloured fins again. Yeah, bites have picked up now, tide's going, which I knew they would do. Doesn't seem to give anything drastic here. We had the one place earlier, and I was hoping for more place, but as yet, we haven't had any. It's all gurnards, so hopefully we don't get too plagued out. If we keep just catching little gurnards, I'll go somewhere else. There's a little mark on the way home, which is place central normally if they're there, so we'll have a look there if not. But we'll crack on here. Got a commercial. I think he's going to shoot his gear back in a second, so I'm just going to be wary of where he's going. But good fun on my small gear today, which is exactly what I wanted, so we're getting there. All go now. We've been down a few minutes. Feels gurnardy again. So I was really hoping for a few more flatties, a few more place here. We had that one early on, I thought we might be in luck, but it's been gurnard after gurnard so far. And this is another gurnard. They're good fun, can't argue. I'll take gurnards over whiting. Lovely little hook hold. And he's out. And the other rod's going now as well. Stay on the line, I'll see if I can get this out, and then that one straight in. Trouble with small lurks, they oh, he's going, that's it, it's going. Oh, there we go, told you I'd get it in, there you go. Didn't get a chance to get that one back in the water. And we got something else on. It's not nodding like a gurnard, this one. I'll probably eat my words in a second, but feels slightly different. Let's get it away from that other rig. Well, you can see that on there. Oh, there you are. Another one. Oh, they're everywhere today. Didn't feel like one coming up, but there we go. Another gurnard. Oh, spine got me there. Their spines are like needles. Didn't feel like it was a gurnard because it had both hooks in its mouth. It was coming up a bit drunk. Oh well, go Jim. Right, we'll get a bit longer here, see if we can pick up a few more flats. And I'll move. Oh, double figure gurnard so far. We're doing alright. Well, the day breeze has picked up a little bit. You know, it's comfortable, not a problem. The wind's got a bit warmer now, the sun comes up. It's in that transitional phase now into November. It's been quite mild, the water's still warm. May still be some mackerel about. Watch those for me while I'm having my tea. May still be some mackerel about, but we haven't had real hard frosts yet. But they're coming. A little bit in the morning, but nothing drastic yet. But I'm having this cup of tea and I'm going to push into Peacehaven poo pipe on the red can. If the place are in, that's where they'll be. If I don't catch place there, they're just not feeding today, or they're not about, because it's the banker spot that is for place. Never normally big ones, but lots of them. So drink a tea and we'll get moving. We're not anchored, we're just drifting here, so yeah, we'll get in here. It didn't hit at the bottom. it barely hit the bottom and it arched over. Watch this. Flick it gently away from the boat. Yeah, that's it on the bottom. Up there, on from that. There you go. That one's just at the bottom there. Taking a bit longer than the last time. At least you get to see this one go. I know I say there's a lot of them and I'm getting frustrated with them, but after having a week and a half being on the land, I'm happy having a bit of action, a bit of fun, you know. There we go. Little tiny strips of squid, just absolutely smashing these today. Well, we've moved marks. As much as it was fun, good sport catching all them gurnards, I needed to see something else. We just weren't seeing it, so we've come on the way home now. As a little mark, it's for a polite word, it's Peacehaven poo pipe, or the red can, also known locally as the red can, so called because it's a pipe filled with poo and it's marked by a red can. Basically, it's a sewage outlet, and the place love it, but the water's a lot more coloured in here. And there was a horrible wind against tide northerly chop on the way here. I was doing some proper zoomies. Yeah, we've got the rods out. We'll give it a quick go here. I'm going to put some fuel in the tank as well, and then we'll give it a bit longer and we'll have an early one. Well, better come to get pout, mate. Another pout. Oh dear. Tiniest of there you go. Tiniest of our little rattles. And this is a good catch, that wasn't it? How you see that catch? This is a dab, tiny little baby dab. And yeah, he's going back. And that's going to be the end of the day now. That'd be fun. Come out, hoping to catch a few place. Caught one, that was it. The rest was gurnards, pouts, and other little bits and bobs. The flat, you know, I was hoping the flat would be in a bit more, but it's big tides. They weren't where I was hoping they were going to be. Gurnard, they might have been there. Gurnards just beating them to the bait. But we're going to wrap this up now, head in, and I'll catch you for another episode shortly. Have a great day, guys. please do like and subscribe. Numbers are going up, really appreciate it. Every little bit helps, you know that. It's free. Liking, commenting, subscribing, following the Facebook groups, Twitter, Instagram, it's all free. So thanks a lot. Right, catch you all soon for another episode of Amputee Angler.